Right, good morning. Welcome to a new kind of Teralon video where basically we're going to try and show more of a behind the scenes of how we actually do our shoots. Guy's going to pick me up in a few minutes and he's going to be able to give us more of an insight on what we're going to do today. How are you doing?
Yeah, I didn't see you over the other side of the road.
Yeah,
there.
getting some B-roll. Right, go on, give us the spiel.
Alright, we're on our way up to Nottingham. We're doing a shoot for University of Nottingham Sport. They're celebrating their rugby centenary. What we're going to be doing is meeting up with one of their ex-players, Brian Moore, who went on to play England international rugby and is quite famous. Basically following him around as he revisits his old uni. Hopefully we're going to get some really good kind of emotive content of him reliving his rugby days at Nottingham. And the idea is that we can then turn that into a little piece which reminds other alumni of their time at Nottingham playing rugby there, and form as part of a campaign which will be a fundraising campaign for rugby alumni. The challenges of something like this are that we're not in control of exactly what Brian's going to say. He's going to be talking with a lot of different people, so we've got to be really switched on and reactive and ready to capture whatever happens. We're going to have him radio mic'd up all the time if he's okay with that, and we're going to have a second camera as well so we can double up on footage, get second angles.
With Adam?
Yeah, so Adam, who we're going to meet up there. Yeah. I don't know if you were thinking of me looking at the camera or speaking to you or...
Driving, so...
Yeah, mostly I'm like...
I don't
Well, that's the first and last vlog. So we crashed the car. We'll have to assess, like very quickly, how well he will respond to us asking him to give a bit more, like emotively, how comfortable he is with that. Because I think the really key thing is with someone in this situation is that you don't want to alienate them early on and push them to do things that they're not comfortable with or that they wouldn't naturally do. Because if you do that early on, you lose them. Whereas if you make them feel a bit more comfortable, if you work with them on the wavelength that they're happy with, then normally you'll find that they'll start to open up and give you some better stuff. Whilst we were stopping getting some food, we got a call from the client. We were told that the rugby match we were supposed to be filming has been called off because of waterlogged pitches, which is a pretty standard UK problem. And we won't have a locker room chat. Instead, we're going to have a training session with the first team, and hopefully after that, a little chat with the team instead. So
just got to work with it.
Be pretty similar, but we just got to roll with it, and that's how these things go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that person.
Hey man,
Santi.
Nice Santi, you alright?
I think the real bulk of the content will be him speaking to the students post-training. I think we should get some really good stuff out of that. Visuals of him just watching the training. Because I'm getting the audio, I'll always be focused on Brian. But there could be some opportunities like down when we're watching the training, just to get some like other like shots of the guys doing the training and, and stuff kind of elsewhere, so we can fill it in. Okay. Adam, I might rely on you for more of the visuals and anything that we can get where initially we get him coming out of the taxi, where he's saying hello to Emily. We're waiting here. It's a bit of a weird one because like it's really nice to have him arriving like naturally and that to be a natural shot, but got to be careful not to like it's just overdo it. Yeah, overdo it.
And that's him then. Where's Adam getting the shot?
Hello, in your hands. So
we want to get you kind of like taking a look at the new stuff, some of the old stuff. I'm going to mic Brian up and then come down.
Following you now. Okay, the technique of that squat was spot on. Spot on.
You end up with good strong thighs.
can I just say how jealous I am actually before. Thank you, dude.
Nice shoot through. stuff with Brian our focus so they can be dubbed over.
Yeah, perfect. I think just anything with him moving around, just having a chat with someone.
That's the back of my old hall of residence, Sherwood Hall.
Can you see your room from there?
My room, when I was president, was that room there. As president, we had a double room. Great.
Will you get a quick shot if you were just kind of standing like you are now? Yeah, I'd get like a... That shot that you got of him looking out over the balcony, that was really nice, just straight on and straight over. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Well done, madam. I'll give you... Well done.
Did you want me to do something?
No, I'll just give you a thumbs up, mate.
Oh, okay.
You're on
That's rather than me
on our
looking at
little
my
behind the
phone.
scenes vlog.
He knows all about it.
There were some really nice bits of the talk that he gave to the players in the weights room. I'm happy that we've got lots of stuff. Very rarely do these things end up coming together in the way that you planned for them, but if you roll with it, it still ends up being something good. So
Words of inspiration right there.
Let's do some reminiscence, Brian.
If you're not talking about
If it works better downstairs, we can go downstairs.
I think this is nice.
Yeah?
In this angle, yeah.
Okay. I don't start with what it feels like coming back here now and what was here when you were here.
well, coming back, there's so many memories. It's difficult to come. Well, they just flood.
He answered those questions really nicely.
This is virtually the same.
Yeah.
The tables were this way.
Yes.
It says welcome to Sherwood Hall.
So I've been here 30 years now.
Oh yeah, wow. You got up there.
Yeah, so this is my office now.
It was.
But you used to come here. Residents now don't use this floor.
Right.
There's a lot.
I think we just need to be just a nice end, but if you think we've got one.
Yeah, I'd like to use, because even the end of the interview shot at the balcony. I was actually going to go with standing.
Yeah.
I think. Just going to keep style. Yeah, I just go tight. We're not going to use a lot of visuals from this, but maybe just the time of it.
Slow-mo or not so?
No, let's go just 25.
Why it's important to prolong the memories, the friendships you make, and what we're hoping to, bring back to get people together.
This year is the centenary of the University of Nottingham Club. Is as valuable as anything else.
We'll get that microphone off you. Can you say anything incriminating?
Cheers, thank you for your patience.
We'll do that. Thoroughly English thing.
Shooting like that and environments like that they're a real test of a filmmaker or a cameraman's ability to adapt quickly on the fly. You're regularly changing locations, regularly changing light, white balance, all of that kind of stuff. You need people who are able to think on their feet with the end goal, the end edit in mind. Some people are great, setup shooter, if everything's set up really nicely for beautifully lit interviews, but they're not great at working on the fly. It's a kind of a different skill set. All that really matters is what you make in the end is right for your client and their audience. It doesn't matter how you got there, but you've got to keep that in mind above everything else that you do. Don't want to be precious about your composition and getting the perfect lighting and stuff every time if it's going to cost you getting the right shots. Story over everything, basically.
I think that was a lovely way to end it.